Hello, in today's video, I want to talk about a study resource that I just found. I'm kind of upset that I'm just finding out about this study resource. I was watching a YouTube video, trying to come up with some different ideas to really streamline the way I study and streamline, the time I spend studying, because I'm very busy with work and everything. So I wanted to tell everybody about this new resource. Before we start, though, on the screen here, I have a quote, and a lot of times I think these quotes are kind of cheesy or kind of corny, and I'm not a big fan of these kind of quotes, motivational quotes, but this one I just really like for some reason. It's study while others are sleeping, work while others are loafing, prepare while others are playing, and dream while others are wishing. And I try to look at that a lot because sometimes we all lack motivation, or want to be lazy, want to sleep in, and running a company and being in graduate school and kids and all the things that all of us do on a daily basis. Quotes like this are very beneficial and helpful. But anyway, with that said, I do want to talk about a study resource, and sorry, go off camera for a second and get this here. So RemNote is the study resource, and it's a note-taking application. And the reason I like it, I was using Notion before, and this is Notion. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos on study resources and things like that, a lot of YouTubers will talk about using Notion, right? And you can categorize. You can make reading lists. You can make class notes, and then all my class notes will be right here, for example. So in this way, it's got the date and everything. It's a very organized system, and I love it, honestly. In a lot of ways, it's better than RemNote, right? Click on this, you can open it as a page. And then within Notion, you can toggle, right? So you can put down a question, and this is all about active recall and using spaced repetition, things like that. Well, this would be more active recall, which is one of the best study methods, right? So mast cells contain many granules rich in histamine, and then you just look here for the answer, right? And you kind of go through and quiz yourself. You write notes, but when you write notes, you write questions, and you put the answer in the little toggle. So it's a great resource. Don't get me wrong, I love Notion, but the thing with RemNote that I really like and enjoy the most is, and I just have the free account, but the thing that I like about RemNote is that it incorporates spaced repetition as well. So you can go through, and as you see here, I've done different, I've taken a lot of notes. These are some of my week 8 notes in class that I took. And you write questions the same way as Notion. But like, for example, here I would say, what is my favorite color? And then you put 2 colons here, and that would be the front of the card. It makes flashcards on your notes. So as you're taking notes, it's making a flashcard for you. So I don't have to waste time making a flashcard and doing notes or things like that, right? And so that's similar to Notion. You can do the toggle on Notion, but so that would be a flashcard. That would be the front and back. The bold would be the front of the card, and blue would be the back of the answer. But you can also do what's called a close deletion, for example. And close deletion just means my favorite color is blue. So what you would do is you would highlight that, go over here to the create close, and what that does is it creates a fill in the blank flashcard. So when the flashcard comes up, it'll say my favorite color is blank, and then you try to guess and you hit show answer. So every day you have a daily cue, and in that daily Q, looks like this, right? And it'll ask, like for this, for example, I was trying to remember the name of medication. And you show the answer, Rebitric. And it's the same thing. It's spaced repetition. You can do unable to recall. That gives you a 1 out of 4. You're unable to recall at all. You recalled it partially, so that's a 2. And then it has how many days before you see it again attached to it. So if it's hard to be 7, you'll see it again in 7 days. This one I've answered several times, but if it was a newer card, it would say 1 day. And then each level you go up good, 3 out of 4. You recall it with minimal effort, took you a second, 10 days. And then easy, you recall it right away. It's going to drop down to 15 days. And there's other things you can click here. You can edit it. You can disable it. Disable the flashcard. Let's say if you really know the information or it's not relevant, or say the information is dated or something like that. So once I click that, it'll go to the next one, for example. And you just do this every day, right? And it also built in, it has a Pomodoro clock, right? So it'll start at 15 minutes, and when this clock runs down, I was already doing some cards, so that's why it's already almost at the 2-minute mark. But so when you Pomodoro, for those that don't know, it's a method. You use a clock, and let's say you put 15 minutes, and then you do a 5-minute break. And that is another effective, proven study technique, so people don't get so burned out, and you're not just studying for hours and hours and not taking a break. It's good to stand up, walk around, take a 5-minute break, go to the restroom, get something to drink, eat, whatever, and then go back to another 15 minutes. You can do, some people do 60 minutes or 50 minutes with a 10-minute break for, in hour intervals. There's a number of ways you can do it, but like on here, it's a 15 minutes, and then you take your own break. But anyway, those are just some of the things it can do. There are guided tutorials on here with videos that shows you how to do different things. There's a way to like hyperlink, for example. Let's see if I can figure out how to get back over there. So my current draft is week 9. I haven't done anything there yet. You have your finished drafts. And another cool feature that I've noticed with this is that, let's see if I can do it. Now watch, I'm recording and I cannot do it, but let's say you type in, you start to type in chronic, right? But you just put the C, just a few letters of that word. It'll pull up in all of your notes where you've typed out chronic, right? Or where I type all the notes where I typed in, trying to think, first line. I type that a lot. I feel like I do. Watch, put it in this. So there we go. First line therapy, first line treatment, first line. So these are the areas, and you can click on that note, and it'll show you exactly where that is that you talked about that, or it'll take you to it. So there's a lot of cool features I haven't even unraveled on here. It's called RemNote. I'm going to see if I can get some links up to promote this. But I think it's a great study resource. I think it's been super helpful, and yeah. So if you've used it and you have some other pointers on it, leave me a comment. Be sure to like and subscribe. And just want to do a quick video telling people about RemNote. So far it's been awesome, and it's helped me a lot with my studying. Anyway, as always, you'll have a great day.